Hey guys, it's Jake. Some of my favorite Disney movies aren't just the animated ones, the Pixar films, the Disney Channel films. My favorites are the ones starring Lindsay Lohan. The Parent Trap, Herbie Fully Loaded, Freaky Friday, Scary no. Last but not least, Get a Clue. Get a clue! It's copyrighted too! 1, 2, 3, 4! Get a clue! It's watch this with me! 5, 6. If there's anything that screams early 2000s, it's the opening scene of this movie. Look at me, and I start to see. You ever see the world around you change before your eyes? Lindsay Lohan, who plays Lexi, is a genius. Her best friend, Brenda Song, is kind of just there.
Don't care much for that one.
Lexi gets selected to have her article about her teacher's love scandal in a local newspaper.
I can't believe it. I submitted this to the junior journalist column weeks ago, and they actually ran it.
I guess she's trying to be a paparazzi or a news reporter or something. Her sister sums it up pretty well.
Sounds like a human interest piece.
Yeah, definitely human interest. Gossip.
We see Lexi and Jen in class on like these special career days, and they get some sage advice from this retired CIA agent.
The life of a CIA operations officer can be a very exciting one, but it's a lonely life. You begin to miss your cat.
Then in this meeting with the newspaper club, Lexi gets recognized, and the team's head, Jack, this dude blocked Lexi from running her story. That's why she sent it into the news station.
We're all proud when one of our own is able to make their way onto a more visible platform, especially a colleague from one of our, well, softer news areas.
Lexi overhears yet another private conversation.
I love you.
Okay, well, I don't love you.
Lexi getting her name in the paper has literally like ripped these two apart, and it's the saddest thing ever.
One of us has to leave Millington, and I assure you it's not going to be me.
Mrs. Dawson storms off, and Lexi decides that after overhearing them, it seems to feel like bad. I mean, I hope that's what she feels. I mean, she's blowing these people's life up for like 15 minutes of fame.
You just have to keep your eyes open, and when you get a hunch about something, investigate it.
The regret lingers. The police find this car belonging to none other than the teacher in the situation, Mr. Walker. The part where they pull the car out of the water goes on like a little too long. So Mr. Walker is missing, and yes, Ms. Dawson murdered him.
I assure you it's not going to be me.
Okay, maybe that's not fair. Police start investigating the school, and then we meet the Disney version of Chuck Testa.
If at all possible, wrap your fish in a wet towel.
If you don't know who Chuck Testa is, please, please, please watch the video in the iCard.
Nope, Chuck Testa.
Anyways, the police interrupt the fish abuse and ask to interview Lexi.
Am I in trouble for something?
No, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. I'm Detective Potter. Please sit down.
This dude's mustache. I don't have a joke here. It just makes me really angry. But Lexi becomes a key interviewee and spills the beans about the breakup that she overheard. She then goes on to like roast the shit out of the mustache guy.
Detective Potter, sir. Has anyone ever told you that you'd look better without the knobs?
No.
So Mrs. Dawson, naturally,
Think I better contact my lawyer.
asks for a lawyer. But Lexi knows that she's innocent. So she's not going to stop until she can prove that Ms. Dawson is fine and find out who actually like took Mr. Walker.
Besides, she's way too petite to murder anyone.
Then Jack reveals that he knows Mr. Walker personally, which like he could have said a little earlier.
Oh, man, how can someone so selfish make me feel so guilty?
It's a gift.
Lexi decides to ask him to team up to try and find him.
Don't worry. Kuna Matata.
Lexi then stops in to see her sister, probably to ask for some tech for the investigation.
What's all this junk for?
It's not junk, it's important stuff. It's a stealth listening device.
And I knew it. So she goes in to get a bunch of spy gear, and to be honest, like most of the gear is actually pretty accurate if you watch those spy videos on Insider and like Wired, except for the goggles. I had those fucking goggles. Those are not night vision goggles. Those are some green plastic and some tubing from Spy Gear USA. She's a fucking fraud.
Pretty cool, huh?
I always hate these scenes in the spy shop. Like, I don't think I've ever seen one of these stores in real life. I don't think they fucking exist. And if they do, why would they be out in the open? They're a spy shop. But she grabs her gear and she gets going.
Cool camera.
The teens head out on their investigation. They get off of the subway in Brooklyn. They flash over to Gabe, and he's doing this with a camera.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Hold on, just making some technical adjustments.
Yeah, just setting it up. It's right in the window, really, of this teacher. It's kind of gross.
You just have to sit and wait and... yeah.
Lexi gets downtown, and it's evident that she's never stepped out of her little bubble.
Pardon me, but do you see this paper in my hands? It's called a map. And according to it, Mr. Walker's house is that way.
All right, well, first of all, there you go. Second of all, it's that way.
And then Lexi notices a homeless guy wearing what could be only known as Mr. Walker's jacket.
I'm sure that was Mr. Walker's coat. I mean, how many of those hideous green frocks could there be in one city?
Pretty sure I've seen like 5 people in that exact jacket every single time I've been to New York. Jack and Lexi sneak into Mr. Walker's apartment.
You know, I really like the sleuthing thing. I think I could be pretty good at it.
And find a suitcase with the initials NP.
NP.
I wonder what that stands for.
And find out that maybe sneaking through a guy's apartment when he's missing isn't the greatest way to go about things. Meanwhile, Gabe and Jen find Miss Dawson meeting with another teacher that was like the head of the newspaper club.
Mr. Goldblum?
Jack and Lexi get busted by a cop who just kind of metastasized in the apartment.
Detective Meany. And you two are on private property.
I would be remiss not to mention that this is the dad from The Nanny. And no, I'm not being forced to say this by my girlfriend. I'm not. Lexi starts eyeing up this guy and realizes that he isn't a cop.
A New York detective could never afford a platinum watch, a Pumoni suit, and alligator boots.
Okay, Lexi. Anyway, they start to investigate the cop that they met, and Jack finds an email from Mr. Walker.
It's a letter of recommendation you promised for my Millington scholarship renewal.
This is so weird. The letter itself was dated 4 days ago, but it wasn't sent until yesterday.
But then Jack realizes that the computer that Mr. Walker gave him is still registered to him.
Look at this. Nicholas Petrosian, NP.
The initials on the briefcase at Mr. Walker's house.
They find an article about Nicholas that he disappeared after embezzling money from the bank.
Just recently, he has been charged with fraud and embezzlement.
Petrosian is survived by his mother, who resides in Brighton Beach, New York.
Jack finds his mother.
Yeah, she was listed in the white pages. I think we should go after school.
So the teens head back out to Brooklyn, and they find Mr. Walker.
I'm sorry.
Let him in.
What are you thinking? Don't
okay,
do
Mom.
this.
Mr. Walker!
Dun, dun, dun! Mr. Walker basically explains that it's complicated. He had a big financial account that he was managing, and though short-lived, someone stole $10 million from the account that had his name on it, and he never found out who framed him, and he disappeared by faking his own death, and then took the identity of a teacher that had died years prior. But then he fell in love with teaching.
When I acquired his identity, I became a teacher too, and I loved it.
He did find someone was essentially blackmailing him. They sent him this creepy letter.
Know who you are. Under the palm, lobby at...
That says like meet him at a hotel lobby or something, but the water got on the letter so you can't see the name of the hotel. That's why he disappeared. And the teens get the help of Lexi's sister to try and find out how they can save Miss Dawson and redeem Mrs. Walker. And they do that by using some totally bullshit forensics. Whatever. They find out the exact hotel lobby that they need to be at to save Miss Dawson.
The Fairmark.
Hey, kids.
So then they all suit up and get to this hotel. Ms. Walker and the teens are all connected, and Gabe is filming. Hey, look, it's that one teacher. That's a homeless guy.
And look, Mrs. P.
I'm Mr. Walker's mom.
It's Miss Stern.
And the prince. They are all there.
Let's see, because I don't care what...
Oh my God, is that dude?
Petrosian.
Granville, I can't believe it's you. You did this to me? Why?
So this dude used to be Nicholas, a.k.a. Mr. Walker's boss, the guy that set the whole thing up.
Well, I must say, for a dead man, you certainly seem to be enjoying yourself.
And then he runs away like a toddler, which is the weirdest thing. He goes from this to this. Everybody's in pursuit, and this homeless dude is running from a security guard. I have no clue what is going on at this point. This scene is so confusing, and it's just hilarious, and I have no idea what's going on. What? So the kids finally find the banker bad guy.
There he is, come on.
This dude starts playing Donkey Kong IRL. Lexi gets stuck to a pipe. Jack cuts her bracelet, and then this happens.
Wow. Thank you, Jack.
Ah, my heart is so warm. They start investigating and find Miss Dawson tied up in the women's locker room.
Oh my gosh, Miss Dawson. Are you okay? Oof, talk about a fashion emergency.
Literally, this is a Disney movie. It's hilarious and terrifying at the same time.
An exclusive invitation for a free day at the spa, and this is what it gets me.
So they save Miss Dawson, and then Lexi talks about 86ing the dude that started all this.
Right now, we have to 86 Granville.
Lexi, are you talking about killing this man? Are you talking about like some... Shit, what the fuck you talking about? Anyway, back to our homeless friend. He's still booking it from the security guard. I don't know about you, but like these dudes have some stamina. They've been running for the past 30 minutes in this movie. Turns out our homeless homie is actually an undercover city council member who was given this jacket by Mr. Walker.
This dreary old coat is practically the only offering of kindness I received in the past month. A man literally took it off his back.
And the security guard's just pissed, man. The bad guy's still running away from the kids. And Mr. Walker and Miss Dawson are finally reunited. Jack rams a cart into a wedding cake, and then... And then the police show up.
I must say, Detective Potter looks so much better without the knobs.
My man shaved his mustache. Hell yeah! This dude's arrested and gets what's coming to him. A verbal attack from Mr. Walker's mother.
I'd have grandchildren by now if it weren't for you.
Lexi and the kids end up finding out that the brooch on her mother's jacket was worth a little bit more than they thought.
It's so rare that there are less than 30 certified canary diamonds around the world.
Okay, calm down, you fucking jewel appraiser. You're like 16.
It's probably worth around $10 million.
10 million? No fucking way. No. Okay, Google, turn off the lights. Okay, good night, folks. Anyway, we find out that the brooch was originally from this guy's safety deposit box.
I think that Meanie, Granville, took the money out of the Swiss account. He put it in there so he could take it out. Then he bought the diamond to hide the money.
Because as you know, rich people love their money, and he couldn't keep his mouth shut when she mentioned the brooch.
I thought you stole it, Petrusian. I was taken to a safety deposit box, and then it was gone. Now give it back to me!
So Ms. Dawson is free. Mr. Walker has his name cleared, and Lexi shares a beautiful piece of advice with Miss Dawson.
You'd be amazed what hard work, imagination, and a little luck can bring you.
Fuck yes. Absolutely yes. Yes, in every possible way. I love them, and I love this. And we end our story with this quote where, of course, Disney just couldn't resist.
Then you just have to get a clue.
What a wholesome ending to one of the greatest teen spy movies Disney has ever made. A story of how you should set up cameras to watch your teachers' personal romantic lives and then solve their disappearance when they inevitably disappear. Okay, maybe it's not the most relatable plot, but I gotta say it sure beats the Zack and Cody movie. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, hit subscribe. Click here to watch the Zack and Cody movie review I did last time. And click here to watch my review of the Goofy movie. Maybe an extremely good sequel is coming to that video. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you need to watch this one. If you watch it, I'll make another one about another movie that happens to have the same cast. Yep. Okay, bye.